guys, what's going on? It's MJ's Raw Review, and I'm coming to you from mjfitness.au. Awesome Raw Review for the viewers at home today on what is quickly becoming one of our most popular full spectrum amino acid supplements from our good friends at Hosstile Sups. It is, of course, Silo 9 in the house. Let's get straight into it. Tell you exactly what's in it, show you exactly what it's going to do. The nutritional information panel on this tiny little tub ain't gonna get it done. We're about to go deep in this here Hosstile Silo 9 full spectrum aminos. Luckily, we've got a big ass nutritional information panel appearing on screen so you guys can play along. Let's start at the top. One rounded scoop, 14 grams. We got about 30 of them, 14 grams, one rounded scoops in each and every tub of this Hosstile Silo 9. It is a one scoop serve as well, so it's not this 30, 60, one serve, two scoops. No, Hosstile, keep it simple. One rounded scoop, 14 grams, 30 of those one rounded scoops in each 30 serve tub of Hosstile Silo 9. In terms of what the 14 grams is made up of, if we quickly rip through this nutritional information panel and we do a quick sum, we can see that we're dealing with about 9 grams of actives, which means it's about 65% active ingredients and about 35% flavors, sweeteners, stabilizers, and natural, emphasis on natural, colors. So it is a colored amino, but the colors are coming from natural sources like beetroot juice. I think turmeric flavors the orange pineapple, colors the orange pineapple flavor, but it is naturally flavored. In terms of what those active ingredients are made up of, and there's a few of them to get through here, as it typically is in full spectrum amino acid supplements, the 4 main effects that we look for in amino acid supplements. Going to run through those 4 and then see how the Silo 9 stacks up. Effect number 1 is going to be muscle recovery and increased muscle protein synthesis. Effect number 2, got to be improved blood flow and nutrient delivery to working muscles. Effect number 3, muscular endurance. And effect number 4, we like to see how versatile these supplements are. Can you take them while you're training? Can you take them during the day? Can you take them anytime during the day? Is there anything that's going to prevent the versatility? Let's see how it stacks up. Effect number 1, muscle recovery and increased muscle protein synthesis. We're dealing with 6 total grams of branched chain amino acids, leucine, isoleucine, and valine in the scientifically validated 2-1-1 ratio, massive dose of BCAAs, and I'm personally very happy to see the 2-1-1 ratio because I don't get down with the 4-1-1 to 8, 2-1-1 is where it's at. Please, 2-1-1. Silo 9's got 6 full grams of the 2-1-1 in here. Then also has an additional 2 grams of the remaining 6 essential amino acids. So threonine, lysine, phenylalanine, histidine, methionine, and tryptophan, totaling 2 total grams. So it's, in total, we got 6 BCAAs, 6 grams of BCAAs, 2 grams of the remaining 6 EAAs. There's 9 EAAs in total, 8 total grams. Massive tick for muscle recovery and increased muscle protein synthesis. On to effect number 2, improved blood flow and nutrient delivery. Nothing that is gonna specifically address this. There's no citrulline, there's no agmatine, there's no arginine, there's really nothing in here that's gonna do that, so we don't get a tick for that effect. Muscular endurance, we've got a few ingredients, specifically electrolytes that are going to assist here. We've got 500 milligrams of Covico, registered trademarked coconut fruit water powder. On top of that, we then have sodium chloride, which is yielding 100 milligrams of sodium. We then have trimagnesium citrate, which is yielding 50 milligrams of magnesium, and then potassium chloride, which is yielding 200 milligrams of potassium. So we got a lot of electrolytes happening in the Silo 9. And those electrolytes are in addition to the naturally occurring electrolytes in the Covico coconut fruit water powder as well. So we get a tick for muscular endurance. In terms of versatility, It's incredibly versatile. There's nothing in here that prevents it from being a use any time of day, intra-workout, pre-workout, post-workout, with meals, in between meals, first thing in the morning, last thing at night. It's incredibly versatile. There's no caffeine, there's no nootropics, there's no big doses of agmatine. There's no beta-alanine, there's nothing. It's incredibly versatile. So we get a big tick there as well. So we're at 3 out of 4 when we see how it ranks against the 4 effects that we look for in amino acid supplements, full spectrum amino acid supplements, I should add. What is it missing in terms of this formula? Obviously where the gaps are, right? So there is a gap for blood flow and nutrient delivery, but you always got to keep in mind here when these supplement companies are designing these intra-workout aminos to be stacked with their pre-workouts, the pre-workouts are generally going to take care of the blood flow and the nutrient delivery with ingredients like the citrulline, the agmatine, the nitrate, so on and so forth. And Hosstile have some of the best pre-workouts on the planet. Hostility and Bloodshot that do that exceptionally. That being said, as a standalone, that is a gap in the formula. And then there could be something else in there for muscular endurance. There could be some beta-alanine, although that's going to negatively affect the versatility, creatine phosphate, some taurine, so on and so forth. But once again, you got to keep in mind that a lot of these ingredients are found in pre-workouts that are designed to be taken, obviously stacked pre-workouts before you train, and then the Silo 9 while you're training. So those are the gaps. But that being said, 3 out of 4 ticks when we rank it up against the 4 effects that we look for, and an incredibly versatile full spectrum amino. In terms of how it tastes, how it mixes, it comes in 3 flavors. It comes in blueberry lemonade, it comes in orange pineapple, and it comes in the flavor I'm using at the moment, the tangy raspberry. I have used all 3 flavors. We have the infamous MJ's taste and mixability test about to go down. I've got 2 of my personal tubs hiding down below the desk here. I got the tangy raspberry and I got the blueberry lemonade. I think I'm going to do a taste test on the tangy raspberry for you guys. Infamous MJ's taste and mixability test about to go down. So in terms of how I personally use it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the instructions on the tub here for the purpose of this taste and mixability test. Take 1 serving, which is 1 rounded scoop, mix with 10 fluid ounces of water, and consume before, during, or after training, or any time throughout the day. See, it says it right there. That's versatility in plain English for you guys. I have 10 fluid ounces of water here, and I'm going to take a couple of things here. So the first thing is it says take 1 rounded scoop. I have actually weighed the scoop and then what a rounded scoop weighs, and I can tell you guys that it's actually a level scoop. That matches the 14 grams on the nutritional panel. So a perfectly level scoop that looks like that is 14 grams. A rounded scoop generally is a little bit more generous. It's kind of like that. That's going to weigh about 15 to 16 grams. So for me personally, I generally like to stick to what the nutritional panel says. So I go 1 rounded scoop, pop this down here, in 10 fluid ounces of water in my MJ shaker. Let it rain, let it rain. We pop this back in here. Pop the lid on, a few flicks of the wrist. I'm gonna show you guys how it mixes. Now I'm gonna refresh my memory on how it tastes. Now, in terms of how I usually use this product personally, I am a big water drinker while I'm training, so I would go about 20 fluid ounces, to be honest. I fill my MJ shaker right to the brim, right to the top is how I do it, and I do 1 scoop in pretty much double the water. So in terms of taste and mixability, this is going to be a serious test for this Silo 9, and for me, I usually would double the amount of liquid, but nevertheless, you guys can see in the shaker there, it does. As soon as you shake it, it does froth up. If I let the shaker sit, and I will as I finish this raw review, you'll see that the froths kind of come down. But let me pour it into this double wall glass so you guys can see. There's really, there's no floaters, there's no sinkers. When you pour it into a glass like that, there's really no frothing at all. I would go so far as to say blender ball is required. Should say turbo ball is required. We don't use blender bowls and MJ shakers anymore. Turbo bowl is required. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if you were to try and mix a scoop in a glass with a spoon, it's going to be tricky. It's an amino. You're having it during your workouts, with meals, in between meals. You're going to be using an MJ shaker to shake it up. So turbo bowl is required for the Hosstile Silo 9. Let me refresh my memory on how the tangy raspberry tastes, man. Oh, it's definitely stronger than how I mix it, as you would expect. More concentrated with less water, of course. Good. It's good. I've tried all three of the flavors. A couple of my personal opinions on the flavors. Firstly, the flavors are strong. They are strong flavors. They're tarty flavors. They've got that. All of them have that tartiness to them, but they work quite well with the raspberry, the blueberry lemonade, the orange pineapple. I like strong flavors. I like sweet flavors. And I think that Silo 9 is one of the best tasting full spectrum amino acids, personally, that I have tried. I really enjoy having this amino while I'm training, during my workouts. I really enjoy having it with meals. I really enjoy having it between meals. Shit, sometimes I even add like half a scoop to my morning supplement stack that has like my greens powder and my hormone support and all. It just tastes really bad. I throw like half a scoop of the Silo 9 in there and it like fixes it. It tastes amazing. So I'm a really big fan of these flavors. If I had to rank them from my personal favorite to my least favorite, I like the tangy raspberry the best. That's why I just chose it for you guys for the taste and mixability test. Then I go the blueberry lemonade. Then after that, I go the orange pineapple, which is really orange dominant. And you guys know I don't get down with citrus, and too much orange is too much orange for me. If it was pineapple orange, I might fuck with it a little more. But the orange pineapple for me, personally, is my least favorite of the three flavors. But the flavors are very good. They're very easy to drink during your work. They're just very pleasant flavors. And if you find them too strong, use more water. That's the easiest way. Like I said, I use a full shaker. Even, honestly, shit, I might have to start doing 2 scoops in a full shaker because I might even enjoy that a little bit more. A bit more flavor in there. In terms of the effects, guys, it's a very well-dosed full spectrum amino acid supplement. So a couple of things that you are going to experience. Firstly, significant reduction in delayed onset muscle soreness. That muscle soreness you get a couple of days after you train a particular muscle group. The one I got at the moment, I trained chest a couple of days ago. Now my chest is a little bit sore. Not as sore as it would have been because I trained with the Silo 9, but that is something you're definitely going to experience, is a reduction in delayed onset muscle soreness, which means you can train at a higher intensity more frequently, build more muscle, burn more calories, burn more body fat as well. Significant increase in endurance as well. You really do notice the effect of the electrolytes on your endurance. Obviously, I'm taking pre-workouts as well, right? So that's going to assist. But for me, when I, on the odd occasion that I run out of a tub of my Silo 9 and I forget to replace it and I'm training on water, there is a significant difference in my muscular endurance while I'm training. And sometimes that's the best way to know that a supplement's actually working, is take it out of your stack, see what the effects you're not getting, and that's what the supplement is helping you out with. So for me personally, significant reduction in muscle soreness, delayed onset muscle soreness in particular, significant increase in endurance while I'm training as well. So far as the muscle protein synthesis elevation is concerned, it's not something you're gonna feel, it's something you're gonna see in your physique weeks down the track, months down the track, years down the track as you continue to boost this muscle protein synthesis by having full spectrum aminos available to do that. Side effects, nothing you got to worry about in here. There's no ingredients that are going to cause any sort of side effects or gastrointestinal upset or anything like that. In terms of stackability, it stacks with everything. Once again, no ingredient overlaps. You can take it with whatever pre-workout you want to take it with. Like I said, you can add it to your morning supplement stack with your greens in there and your creatine and whatever else you're putting in there. It's an incredibly versatile and stackable full spectrum amino. What does it compare to? I'm going to take one of our most popular Australian full spectrum aminos, EHP Labs Beyond BCAA plus EAA, one of the longest names for an amino acid supplement we've seen thus far. Let's just call it EHP Labs Beyond. And then I'm going to take one of our most popular American full spectrum aminos from Jay Cutler himself, Cutler Generate. Let's start with EHP Labs Beyond. In both products, the recovery is very similar amino acid ratios and amounts, so the recovery effect is going to be very similar. Nutrient delivery in both is non-existent. They just don't do that effect in either of those supplements, either of these supplements, I should say. Endurance is not as good as Silo 9. I give Silo 9 the small nod for being better for endurance, not by a lot, but by enough to notice. Versatility of the Beyond is not as good as Silo 9 either because it has nootropics in it. And so it's not the sort of amino that you can have really whenever you want. You probably definitely don't want to be having it later on in the day, but those nootropics are problematic when it comes to versatility. Beyond has more flavors to choose from, so currently at 8 in Beyond versus 3 in the Silo 9. And a lot of those additional flavors are candy-based. So they do really well with the fruit-based flavors. Obviously, Silo 9 are all fruit-based flavors. And then Beyond has a bunch of candy-based flavors to choose from as well. And it's a slightly cheaper product. So $5 cheaper for 30 full serves. So a little bit cheaper per serve than the Silo 9. Flipping over to Cutler Generate, once again, the dosage of aminos in both and the full spectrum in both is very similar. So the recovery that you experience in both is very similar. Once again, nutrient delivery in both is non-existent. Endurance is better in Silo 9, once again, just by the smallest amount, but I do give the nod to Silo 9 with all of those electrolytes and the coconut water powder in there as well. Versatility across both is very similar. You can use Cutler Generate any time of day, intra-workout, morning, night, whatever you want to do, as you can Silo 9. In terms of the flavors, Generate has one more flavor, so 4 compared to 3. Once again, it does also do the candy-based flavors. So I think 2 of the Generate flavors are fruit-based, and then 2 of them are candy-based. And the flavors are equally as strong in both as well. They are really those tarty, punchy type flavors. And it's exactly the same price for exactly the same number of serves across Cutler Generate and Hosstile Silo 9. Price and value for money in the Australian marketplace, viewers at home. The Silo 9. Currently, 30 scoops retails for $69.95. It's $2.33 per scoop. It's pretty much bang on where you would expect and where we see a lot of the products that are equally dosed with full spectrum aminos, with electrolytes or something to support muscular endurance in there. I think it's a very fair price and definitely a market price for what we're seeing for a full spectrum amino acid supplement of this quality. Last but not least, who is it best for? Anyone who's looking to boost muscle recovery, increase muscle protein synthesis, wants something delicious that's actually going to help them achieve their health and fitness goals that they can add to water and drink any damn time of day. That sounds like you. Next time you're looking for some aminos, take a closer look at Hosstile Silo 9. Guys, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the MJ Fitness YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on your mobile, your cell phone, your desktop PC, your smart TV, and whatever other device you are watching this video on so you don't miss a beat when it comes to all these new Raw reviews and everything else we've got happening here on the channel. Guys, that is MJ's Raw Review on the all-new Hosstile Silo 9 full spectrum, delicious, great value for money, essential amino acid supplement. Until next time, I'm coming to ya from MJFitness.au.